Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera. We are from Group 2 and today we want to present our case study for the subject Civic Culture AQU 4106. Before we continue for our present, I want to introduce our group member. First is myself, Alif Akmal bin Yusof, and my metric number is S56443. Then we have Nurul Ifah binti Muhammad Johari, S55945. Then we have Anissa Mesawah binti Aziz, and the number metric is S56441. Okay, for the topic that we get for our case study is how to set up a seaweed cultivation system in the ocean and in the tank. Okay, for the open ocean system, we have choose the floriferous species for the seaweed culture. Below the type of seaweed culture, as you can see, there are classification of floriferous species. For the cultivation system, we use semi-floating raft system. So how to set up the cultivation system? First, the raft with floriferous nets are attached with top end of the poles. Then, bottom end of the pole have a tripod-like structure and are free, not anchored into the shore. Rafts are attached to an array of buoy such that his system get float during high tide. Lastly, during low tide, tripod-like structure of the pole firmly touch the shore and this make raft with cultivation net get exposed. Next, you can see the design of the cultivation system.
Semi-floating raft is one of the ways to cultivate porphyra. This is the design of the raft where it consists of bamboo tubes, short pillars, floating frames, nets, and mooring ropes. The floating frames are around 60 meters with the short pillars 50 centimeters in height and the mooring ropes are approximately 20 to 30 centimeters in length. This method is a combination of floating raft and fixed net methods, and it guarantees good sunlight irradiance at all times. This method is used extensively for the commercial farming of seaweeds that require periodic exposure to the air, including porphyra. Firstly, the nets that are seeded with the conchospores are stacked into bundles of 4 or up to 12 to 16 nets. Then, the stacks of layered nets are transferred to the sea for nursery cultivation. The nets are put into the sea and carefully monitored for blade development. During this early stage, the nets are raised out of the water daily to expose the young thelly to air and sun. For growing process in the first stage, the Conchocoelis phase grows within oysters, mussels, clams, or scallop shells. Seeding may be accomplished by introducing chopped pieces of porphyra blades into the seeding tank, which are removed after the release of the zygotospores. The zygotospore suspension can be prepared artificially by air drying the fertile thelly overnight and then immersing them in seawater for 4 to 5 hours the next morning, or by grinding the fertile blades and separating the suspension of zygotospores by filtration. The zygotospore suspension is then introduced into the seeding tank where the spores settle on the calcareous substrate. In the second stage, once the conchospores are released, they are seeded onto special cultivation nets which are placed in the tanks. When 50,000 spores are being released per day, the light intensity is increased slightly to encourage thallus germination. The water in the tanks is also agitated to distribute the spores evenly and ensure their contact with the cultivation nets. For harvesting process, the outplanted porphyra seedlings are allowed to grow to 15 to 30 centimeters in about 40 to 50 days before they are mechanically harvested. The remaining thelly are allowed to grow and may be ready for a second harvest after another 15 to 20 days. Several harvests may be made from the same nets in one growing season as archaeospores from the thelly reseed the nets during the growing season.
Okay, next we go to the tank system. For the tank system, we choose a Gracilaria gracilis species for our seaweed culture. The cultivation system of this seaweed culture, we use a raceway system. How to set up the cultivation raceway system? First, the tank should be drained and dry for several days after the water is introduced. Then, healthy stock of seaweed are selected as planting material. After that, the planting material are transport from their source to the tank site early in the morning. Then, during transportations, the plant was sprinkled with seawater and plastic pipe are inserted into the bottom of the head. Then lastly, the plant are immediately placed in a tank upon arrival. Besides, plants should be cut into pieces and broadcast uniformly on the bottom of the tanks. Next, we go to the design of the raceway system.
According to the diagram above, the water source for this system is directly from the seawater. The water is then filtered using a drum filter and placed in seaweed tanks. Next, industrial flue gas is applied to supply carbon dioxide for seaweed growth. Also, 3 nutrient tanks are used to provide nutrients for seaweed cultivation. Red seaweed Glacilaria glacidis is cultivated in tank type raceway. How to put juvenile seaweed? So, the juvenile seaweed are placed in first raceway with a surface area of 5,000 square meter and a water volume of 2,000 square meter under optimal nutrient condition for 7 days. After the growth period, produced Glacilaria glacidis are transferred to a second raceway. Next, for growing process, the Glacilaria glacidis production season is 7 months. Every week, the second raceway with 600 cubic meter water is replaced with fresh and filtered seawater due to loss and evaporation. The industrial flue gas is applied by ejecting into the raceway through PVC pipes to provide carbon dioxide for Glacilaria glacidis growth. Lastly, for harvest process, basically the harvesting is done in 2 to 3 months, depending on the growth of the crop. Gracilaria gracilis is harvested from second raceway using perforated conveyor belts. The harvest should be thoroughly washed in raceway water to remove the sleep and other algae. And the average wet to dry ratio of 7 to 1 is generally attained.
Okay, next we go to the advantage and disadvantage for each system. For the open ocean system, the advantage is seaweed often does not need feed or additional attention because they can grow naturally. For the disadvantage, they need high cost farm system that can withstand storm event in offshore environment. Next, for the tank system, the advantage of this system is easily to manage stocks and to exert a relatively high degree of environmental control over parameters such as water temperature, DO, pH and rest. For the disadvantage, this tank culture system was rely on continuous aeration or water pumping, and this is become a high risk because mechanical or electrical will be failure and it need a backup system. So this is the our reference, and that's all from us. Thank you.